A quick update on the status of the journey. So I visited multiple stores yesterday. The first one being Hyundai. Yeah. So I went in to look at the Hyundai Venue because just a little context. I was already in the market of buying a car back in 2024. At that time, I had evaluated the Honda City, Honda Elevate, Hyundai Verna, Vitara Brezza back then as well. And at that time, I think the most value for money option that I had at my disposal was the IVT Hyundai Verna, not the DCT, not the turbo one, because that was not my preference in terms of mileage and reliability of the DSG gearbox. So that car would have costed me somewhere between 16 lakhs after the discounts. Same thing with the Honda Elevate. I think it was around 16.7 lakhs. 2 years down the line, those cars cost 10% more straight up, right? They probably cost 12% more when I do the comparison. The same cars are now costing 18 lakhs, if not 20 lakhs, just to get the mid variant as well, right? So cars have clearly gotten expensive when you go for 4-cylinder decently performing cars that you want to have at your disposal if you want to drive on the highway, right? So that's where we are at the moment. So I went in to look at the Hyundai Venue, the basic automatic version for petrol that they have is called HX5 turbo petrol DCT gearbox, right? And that costs 14 lakh rupees. The funny part is it comes with a sunroof, but it does not have a vanity mirror, right? So when I see that, it shows the priorities that we have right now. Imagine having a sunroof, a whole sunroof that has its own set of issues. I'm not against people having fun with the sunroof as long as you're not getting out of a moving car, but not having a simple vanity mirror shows the priorities these brands have at the moment, and they are also just satisfying the needs of the Indian consumer at the end of the day. So that's where we are at. I looked at the cost. It's a new vehicle. There are no discounts. There are no major discounts as such. So you have to shell out 14 lakh rupees. Okay, we moved on. One brand that I just wanted to give another chance just to see what's out there was Tata again. I went and looked at the Tata Punch EV just to see what's there with the EV, right? So they are claiming a 350 kilometer range. It comes around 12.5 or 13.5 lakh rupees. I think under 13 lakh rupees for the top end model. Looked a very decent car, but that's definitely a good choice for someone who's driving at least 1,000 kilometers a month, right? 1,000 or 1,500 kilometers a month. That's a very good choice. I, on the other hand, will most likely drive around 300 to 400 kilometers a month, right? That's going to be a decent month. If it's a great month, then I'll probably drive 600 to 800 kilometers, right? So the running, the mileage of my car is not going to be as much. So an EV probably did not make sense for me. I also visited the MG, looked at the Windsor, extremely good car from the insides, but when you look at this, the instrument console, right, the MID, it's such a small 5-screen unit. Even if you want to open the sunroof, you have to use the touchscreen. From a practical point of view, straight away it did not make sense. Shelling out 18 to 20 lakh rupees for that again is way over my budget at the moment, not my priority. Moved on from that, looked at the MG Astor. Again, extremely overpriced for some reason, 17 to 18 lakh rupees. Moved on from MG again. So 3 brands already, right? Hyundai, Tata, and then MG. I wanted to give a shot to Skoda Kailak as well, right? Because the idea is to not. I've already have a car in my mind. I'll talk about that in the next video probably. But what I don't want to do is do what I did last time when I bought the car, right? So it's just look at a car. I liked it. It was very practical. Watched hundreds of videos and then went and bought it, right? I didn't do a clear comparison. This time around, I want to do a very good comparison. So I wanted to give every car in that price bracket a chance. So I went in to look at Skoda Kailak. Now the issue with that is you get in the car, you start the car. It's a 3-cylinder I don't remember the power figures anymore, but it's a 3-cylinder, I think a torque converter gearbox, 1 liter engine, turbo powered for sure, right? It sounds all good. It looks decent. I don't really like the way car looks from behind, but at the end of the day, let me tell you something. When you're sitting in the driver's seat, the exterior look doesn't matter, whether it has a tube light for a DRL or it has a 1980s designed tail lamp. It really doesn't matter as long as the car drives well. It gives you good reliability, good performance on the highway as well as the city, right? That's what should matter. So that's the idea with which I went in. Sat in the car, looked good, the console, fit, finish, everything as you expect from Skoda, right? It's pretty good, very practical. But the moment I got into the rear seat, I don't know what it is, whether it's the dark color that they've chosen for the interiors, but it felt so cramped, especially the center console, right? The armrest area for the rear passenger. There you can hardly accommodate 3 people, even if it's a lean physique adult, right? 3 people in the back seat is going to be a struggle. 2 people, definitely very comfortable car, but 3 people is going to be a very big struggle. Again, it costs around 14 lakh rupees for the automatic variant, just to start off. Moved on from that, Skoda Kushaq was a car that I looked at along with Slavia as well a couple of years back. Again, the same thing with that, the costs have gone up by around 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees, right? So it's just not cutting it. Another showroom that I visited was Nexa, right? So the point was to visit the Nexa showroom and then look at the Fronx. They did not have a display unit of the Fronx in the first place, which was very surprising. They had the Baleno, they had XL6, but they had Avertara as well, but they did not have the Fronx for whatever reason. When I asked them, they say that, hey, the car is in such demand that the stocks get liquidated and we just try to sell it. We have a test drive vehicle that you could probably schedule a visit and drive it, right? But I was like, okay, you know what, a manual Fronx had come in, so I just went to look at it. I, for whatever reason, did not even feel like sitting in the car, right? So the plastic quality, the design of the car, it for whatever reason felt so outdated. And I don't think Fronx is such an old car either. It is a pretty modern car. I think came out in the last 4 or 5 years, and it felt very outdated. The cost of the automatic, I believe, was 14.5 and 15.5 lakh rupees, which from a value proposition, I wanted to look at a Suzuki because the resale value is good, the reliability is good, the mileage apparently is good, and the comfort is pretty good, is what I heard from my friends, right? So my friends were like, go give it a shot, don't disregard Suzuki at all times, right? So of course wanted to give it a fair chance, but for whatever reason didn't even feel like getting in the car and drive that manual Fronx, right? So it just felt so outdated for the price that I'm paying again, right? So being a middle class guy, moving away from a Tata Zest, it's such a basic car that was used for taxi after 2016, right? So, but the comfort and the so-called upgrade that I'm looking for after paying 15 lakh rupees is just not there. I mean, 15 lakh rupees is again a lot of money to be spending on a car which is going to be depreciating each and every passing day. And to pay that just to get the bare minimum, maybe I'm very out of touch, because the last time we purchased a car again was in 2015. 7 lakh, inflation adjusted today is 14 lakh rupees, 13.5 lakh rupees. I get that, but you should get something for the 15 lakh rupees, right? I mean, I'm really not seeing that. Very, very difficult decision to even purchase that. At this point, I'm like, you know what? Should I just spend 40,000-50,000 rupees on my Zest, get it fixed, whatever, right? I have minor niggles, of course, right? Get it fixed and just bloody drive this car. I mean, what? Spending 50,000 rupees today versus spending 15 lakh rupees, I mean, it's of course a no-brainer. I had this thought 2 years back as well. That's why I spent the money and fixed my cars with all the niggles. 2 years later, of course, it's an older car, it'll crop up, some issues will crop up. So that's happening, but that's the thought process, right? There is not a single car out there that I'm really looking forward to buying, right? I'm excited about it. I really love the way it looks. It's just not there. I mean, I'm wrong. I'm probably lying there, right? So there are 2 cars. The Duster 1.3 liter turbo. It's a beautiful car to drive. I mean, I after such a long time, fell in love with the car. That was the Duster 1.3 liter turbo. The ground clearance very high. I have parents that might find it a little difficult to get in and out of the car. That's why I'm not even considering it. If family cannot get in comfortably, it just doesn't make sense to get a car just for the sake of buying it, right? So and overspending by 4.5 lakh rupees doesn't make sense. The other car that I liked, actually surprisingly, was the Kia Carens. I've driven it already for multiple trips after renting it out. Very comfortable car for people to get in and out. Very practical in terms of the space. The third row can actually be used practically. If you're not using it, very big boot space. You can have roof rails installed. You can do a complete Kashmir to Kanyakumari trip if you want to do it, right? So that's how comfortable a car that is. But again, that costs around 20 lakh rupees, right? So I don't want to do that when I'm not really driving as much in the first place. So in terms of future-proofing, those two cars are good. But the mindset that I have right now is to get a car that's going to be good for the next 3 to 4 years, and then move on to a better car, depending on what I want later. So right now, what I'm going to do is visit the Honda dealership, and for whatever reason, I'm feeling a calling towards the Honda Amaze. Such a funny thing that I evaluated Amaze just by watching videos back in 2014-15, and I did not buy it. Now 11 years later, the car is still out there doing decently well. Looks like a very good value for money option. Let me go look at the car, test drive it if possible, and then see what I can do about it, right? Like if it makes sense, I'll probably have a chat around buying it. So I'll keep you guys posted again. Thanks.